Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Lee County Literacy Coalition Health Literacy Program. We are starting off with a three-part pharmacy series that we are so excited about. This session is called, What Can My Pharmacist Do for Me? My name is Annalie Pettit, and I am a third-year pharmacy student at Auburn University Harrison School of Pharmacy, and I'm here today to talk to you about what your pharmacist can do for you. A pharmacist works with a group of healthcare professionals as a team to help people. So as I said before, I'm going to be talking to you today about what your local pharmacist can do for you. So where all can you find a pharmacist? In this next slide, I'm going to talk to you about the different places you can find a pharmacist. But as I was saying before, today I'm going to talk to you about what your local pharmacist can do for you. But just as a thing to go before that, I do want to tell you about the different places you can see a pharmacist. So now I'm going to talk to you about the different places that a pharmacist can be found. Pharmacists can be found in hospitals. In hospitals, pharmacists work with doctors, nurses, social workers, and other healthcare professionals to help come up with the best medications for patients to get them in and out of the hospital as quickly and as safely as possible. Another place that pharmacists can be found are in pharmaceutical companies. Pharmacists can graduate pharmacy school and go on to work for a company that helps to find new medications to help patients for their certain disease states and help come up with new medications that improve their overall health. Another place that pharmacists can work are in universities. So the teachers that teach me in pharmacy school are actually pharmacists, and they go out into the community and they have their own practice site where they teach, and they come into the school and teach the different things that they learn out in the community. Some other places you can find a pharmacist are in an actual local pharmacy. So this is what I'm going to be talking to you about today. So I'll explain more in just a little bit. But pharmacies are the typical places that most people think of when they think of a pharmacist. And then the next place that a pharmacist can be found is in the military. I have some friends in pharmacy school who are going to get out of school and they're going to go and work for the military. So they can be stationed in different areas, working with different military healthcare personnel to help improve the overall health of their patients. So how can your local pharmacist help? Today I'm going to talk to you about how you can talk to your pharmacist and ask them specific questions the next time you go with you to the pharmacy to help you find new ways to improve your overall health and help you take the medications the best way as possible. Your local pharmacist can help you to choose the right medication. If you're not feeling well, you can come into the pharmacy and talk to the pharmacist because they are trained to help you pick out non-prescription medications that can help you feel better. For example, if you're having symptoms of the common cold, you can talk to your pharmacist about what symptoms you're having, such as a runny nose, a headache, a sore throat, and they can help you find medicine in the pharmacy that will help you treat these symptoms. Another thing that pharmacists can do, and a lot of people don't know this, is that you can go into the pharmacy and get your shots. You don't always have to go to the doctor to get your shots. Pharmacists are actually trained to give shots. I was trained last year in my schooling to give people the flu shot and some other shots. So there are times when you don't have to go into your doctor's office to get a shot. For example, like I was saying, most pharmacies can give you your annual flu shot, which is important for you to get to help protect you from getting the flu. You can ask your pharmacist about more information about what shots or vaccinations are important to get. And most of the time, you can go to the pharmacy and get your shots, like I said, without having to make an appointment with your doctor. Your pharmacist can also take your blood pressure. Many pharmacies, when you come in, have a blood pressure machine that you can take your blood pressure on. Some pharmacists will take your blood pressure for you if they don't have a machine, so ask your pharmacist about getting your blood pressure taken. If you have been told that you have high blood pressure, it is really important to monitor this blood pressure. It's important to monitor your blood pressure to decrease your risk for heart problems. If you go to the pharmacy and see that you do have high blood pressure, your pharmacist can refer you to your local doctor for further follow-up. Pharmacists can also make medications. They can actually make certain medications for you that are prescribed by your doctors. For example, if you have a young child and they get sick and they cannot swallow a pill, certain pharmacies can make liquid medications that even taste good so that your child can better tolerate the medication. It is very important to call the pharmacy beforehand and see if they do this because not every pharmacy does it. So it's important to call the pharmacist and ask them if they do this. Your local pharmacist can also give you a great deal of health information. Pharmacists have been in school for a long time, not only learning about medications, but about physical health and wellness and how to live a healthier life to prevent people from having to take a lot of medications. Pharmacists know how much exercise is recommended for the average person to get each week, and we can help talk with you about setting goals to meet the recommended exercise in your day. And a pharmacist can also tell you when you need to see a doctor and when you might not need to actually go to the doctor. For example, if you're having a high temperature, if you or your child are having a high temperature, you can go to the pharmacy and ask the pharmacist about this temperature, and they can tell you, hey, you need to go to your doctor with this temperature, or they will be able to better tell you some medications that you can take to help lower that temperature. Another example is that if you are having side effects from your medicine, you can talk to your pharmacist about those side effects that you're experiencing, and they can help find you ways to decrease these symptoms. For example, a pharmacist can tell you if you need to take food with certain medications, and because sometimes taking food with medications can actually help you have less side effects. But again, this is important, very important to ask your pharmacist if you can take food, because there are some medications that you cannot take food with. So this would be really important to talk to your pharmacist about and ask them. And like I was saying before, pharmacists can also tell you what a true fever is and at what temperature you need to go and see your doctor for. So make sure you talk to your pharmacist about this and you ask them. So now I'm going to give you a list of questions. You can feel free to pause this video and write these questions down so you can remember them the next time you go into your pharmacy. But right now I'm just going to list off the questions for you, and I hope that this is really helpful for you the next time you go into your pharmacy. So the first question that you can ask your pharmacist is, why am I taking this medication? A lot of people get prescribed medications and they don't know why they are taking them. So if you just ask your pharmacist, they'll be able to tell you why you are taking that medication. The next question you can ask your pharmacist is, how should I take this medication? Like I was saying before, there are some medicines that you can take with food that will help you have less side effects. So it's important to ask your pharmacist if you can take it with food. The next question you can ask your pharmacist are, what are some non-medicine ways to feel better? Like I was saying before, pharmacists learn in school about overall nutrition and how to eat healthy and get physical activity in your day. So there are some ways that you can increase your overall health without having to take medications. The next question you can ask your pharmacist is, how can I help my child take their medicine? There are some medicines that children cannot take and cannot tolerate, such as a pill. And like I was saying, there are some pharmacies that actually compound specific medications for children so that they can tolerate the medication. And there's some flavors even that pharmacists can put into the medication to help them taste better. So this is important to ask your pharmacist if they can do this at the pharmacy. The next question to ask your pharmacist is, where should I store my medicine? There are several places that pharmacists learn in school that you should never store your medication. So it's important to talk to your pharmacist and ask them if you can store it in certain places and where you should not store it, because you always want to make sure you keep your medicine out of reach of children and pets. The next question that you can ask your pharmacist is, how or where should I throw away my medication? This is a really important question to ask because a lot of people get medicine at the pharmacy, they take it home, and they might take a few of the pills or of the medicine, and it may stay there for a long time. So it's important to ask your pharmacist where you can throw away this medication so that no one gets in reach of it. Another question to ask your pharmacist is, when should I go to the doctor? This is a really important question. Your pharmacist learn a lot of things in school, but there are many things that you need to know of when you need to go to the doctor, because your pharmacist is not a doctor. And then the last question that you can ask your pharmacist are, what are some non-prescription drugs that would help me feel better? So when you go into your local pharmacy, like a CVS or a Walgreens or a Publix, there are medications that are not prescription medications that you'll see on the counters, and your pharmacist can actually help you find some medicine in those halls where the non-prescription medications are that will help you to feel better. So again, if you want to write these questions down, feel free to, and I hope that these questions are helpful for you when you go to your pharmacy. And what do pharmacists want to do? Pharmacists want to help you. Pharmacists work day in and day out to help in any way that they can. The main thing they want to see is a smile on all their patients' faces, including you. So I forgot to say in the last slide that if you didn't have time to pause the video and take notes of the questions, a handout will be available for you on this website. So this is also where our next pharmacy session is going to be. So find the next session on the pharmacy series at this link right here in January 2020. And thank you so much for listening today. We're so excited that you took the time out of your day to listen to our pharmacy series. And as a disclaimer, staff at the Lee County Literacy Coalition are not medical professionals. This presentation should not replace a visit to the doctor. So please contact your local pharmacist or doctor with any medical questions. And if you have any further questions, email them at info@leecounty.literacy.org. Thanks again for listening today.